Welcome back, folks. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good week, although we don't really get a hump day this week. Or at least I don't. But I'm getting burnt out, honestly. Every other news story I see is either the lockdown must continue, or the quarantine is working, or somehow blaming President Trump for something he had zero ability to affect until China stopped flying. We now know that the virus originated in the Wuhan province of China. Although the Democrats are now, even though they were all over this in the early stages, they now demand no one speak about geography. We know that China lied for at least a couple months, if not longer than that, about the virus, saying that it was not as big a deal as it was, and so on and so forth. We know that China threatened to withhold medication from the U.S., directly threatening the lives of U.S. citizens. We know that they are threatening the same thing against Australia because Australia is investigating China's role, the Chinese Communist Party's role in this entire thing. But everything is about politics. I have had multiple doctors. I have reached out to many doctors, most of them over social media, but some of them email directly, simply asking, if I am asymptomatic, I have had zero contact that I know of with anyone who is a carrier for this, should I wear a mask? Overwhelmingly, they say no. If you're not sick, don't wear a mask. Because the mask does more harm than good to the healthy person. One, it in some ways prevents you from being exposed in a normal way to allergens and pathogens and things that keep your immune system beefed up, ready to fight these things off. It also ensures that you breathe in more CO2 than air because you're holding everything right against your face. If you cough or sneeze, it's on the mask. Also, people like me who are not doctors tend to touch the mask. I can't get the masks that doctors wear that come down to here so it allows for them to talk. The mask I get barely covers my nose and mouth, so if I talk, it moves and I have to put it back in place, which defeats the entire purpose. I've even seen a story today where someone was actually hospitalized because they wore a mask when they shouldn't have and they wore it too long, and it made them sick. If a store wants to tell their employees you will wear a mask while on duty, and the employees agree to it, fine. If a store wants to tell me you can't come in without a mask, I will turn around and walk away. Because I have asked medical professionals, people who do this for a living, every day, if I should wear a mask when I am asymptomatic and, as far as I know, not even infected. And overwhelmingly they tell me no. But that goes against the popular Democrat Party line of, don't worry about your job. We will give you a pittance here and there so that you minimally stay alive long enough to vote for us. Don't worry about food. We will ensure that you're fed the minimal to keep you alive to vote for us. Wear a mask. Stay in your house. Don't you dare do anything we tell you not to do. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them are happily falling in line. I've had a video where a medical doctor from Dallas, Dr. Yvette Lozano, was discussing hydroxychloroquine. That video has been removed because it violates community standards. Yet YouTube won't tell me which community standard it violated. Probably because they know the standard it violated is, we've been told by the Democrats not to allow this to be public knowledge. For crying out loud, Amy Klobuchar is freaking out and flipping her lid because Donald Trump said he was taking hydroxychloroquine. Yet that also is the drug she says saved her husband's life. Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks are trying to say that it's hydroxychloroquine that gave her horrible side effects. No, it's not. It was the virus. You see, when you get a bad flu, when you get a bad cold and you're down for several days, your body's going to ache when you start trying to move around again, because really all you're doing, you lay in bed, you go to the bathroom, you go back and lay in bed. You're eating broth and water, if that. So you're not getting good nutrients, you're barely staying hydrated, you're extreme sedentary lifestyle, and when you're finally physically able to get up and do things again, you're not eating like you should because you have to get used to it again. You're not used to the exercise. You're used to laying in your bed. I had an extremely bad flu many, many years ago. Took me down for several days. My body ached all over for several days after because I've been laying in a bed or just getting up to go to the restroom and come back. It's what happens. I don't blame the flu medicine they gave me. Just like I stepped on a nail when I was about 14. I didn't blame the tetanus shot for the pain in my foot because I'd stepped on a nail, because that's how they treated it. I didn't blame the penicillin shot they gave me. That is the height of stupidity. But we have people who believe this because they've indoctrinated the world almost to the point where Democrats could actually come out and say, don't drink water. It's horrible for you. It rusts metal. How dare you drink that? And as people are dying because they don't get enough water, they would blame the Republicans for not making sure that people are kept alive. I swear, I want Donald Trump to come out in a big public way and say that he is regularly ingesting dihydrogen monoxide and he feels great. Just to see the Democrats flip out, demand an investigation, and demand he be removed because he is ingesting a dangerous chemical. Just so that a day later, somebody can say dihydrogen monoxide, otherwise known as H2O, or as you may know it, water. For crying out loud, he could say he enjoys putting sodium chloride on his food, and they would flip out and demand he be removed because he's ingesting dangerous chemicals. And when somebody points out that sodium chloride, NaCl, is table salt, they would flip out and say, no, it's not. You go to a chemist and have them prove it, and they would ban the chemist statement. I've said it before. Donald Trump could show up at the Washington Monument, walk across the reflecting pool at the National Mall, and the headline the next day, Donald Trump can't swim, afraid of water. He could personally, and with zero help from anyone else on the planet, cure all disease. The next day's headline, Donald Trump puts doctors out of work, hates medical professionals. He could run into a burning building to save a child. Donald Trump does not knock before entering. There's nothing that will make the news happy other than being bowed to and obeyed and praised. Same thing for the Democrats. The only thing that might be minimally good about this is that it is waking people up. As they watch people like Klobuchar say that hydroxychloroquine saved her husband, but how dare Trump take it? As they watch the Democrats flip out over a baseless allegation that has zero corroboration from any witness from Blasey Ford. But Tara Reade, with multiple corroborative witnesses, well, she's to be ignored. Joe Biden on video, if you're thinking about voting for Donald Trump, you ain't black. Nobody says a word. Donald Trump helps ensure prison reform is passed. He pardons a woman who should not have been in jail near as long as she was, that Obama ignored for 8 years. Silence. This is a battle for the soul of this country. And sadly, the people trying to destroy it and turn it into a horrific socialist nightmare have successfully convinced the mindless peons that being ruled by a tyrant is preferable to being free. I don't know. I've talked long enough. I am going to let you know that this, honestly, I mean, I'd be a broken record on it. Honestly, I would. If I find something new and interesting, I'll post about it. But I don't see the one video a day being something I can really do without just literally harping on the same 3 or 4 basic issues daily. So if something new and interesting does happen to hit the news, I may respond to it, I may talk about it. For now, I'm going to dig into my books. I'm going to work on the timeline and the outline for my video series for history, because honestly, that's the only thing that's not making me horrifically angry every time I do a video on it, every time I think about it, but it's what I want to do. I get done with American history, I can go into economics, I can go into government, I can talk about world history, I can talk about historical myths, etymology, all of the things I love to study. So you're not going to see me around every single day for a while, but I am here, doing fine. I'm not giving up on the YouTube channel. I'm just accepting that I don't want to be another one of these guys that just every single day it's a rant about one of the same 4 objects, same 4 things. So I think it'll help with my stress levels as well. I hope you stick around. I hope to also have the video series launching in the next couple of weeks, if not sooner. So until next time, make sure you like and share to spread the conversation. Let me know what you think, but be civil. We're here to discuss and debate, not rant and rave like idiots. Until next time, make sure you're subscribed so you're part of the channel and the giveaway. And everyone have a wonderful day.